My name is Gloria Ward, and welcome into the Sisterhood, the I'm Loving Me Project. We inspire you to love yourself. We inspire you to get up and go. We inspire you to take control of your life because you only got one life to live, right? If there's more lives, we probably wouldn't even know. But I want to welcome you guys. It is Monday morning. It is February the 28th. We are moving out of Black History Month into Women's History Month. We are getting ourselves into a place where the spring is coming. So I hope you ladies are ready for that. When the spring comes, we get excited. We're going to have so many events. We're going to have so many things going on. We started our planning last week. So I hope that you ladies decide to come out to some of our events. We wrapped up our Sisters How Y'all Feel series, which was a great series. And I just wanted to thank all of the women who participated, all of the women who shared their story and who gave us some good advice about how we manage, our lives, our stress, our relationships, all the things we go to as women, and particularly Black women. And shout out to the men, Brother Jala Wright, who gave us some insights on what it means to be a man and a Black man during their healing journey and what that looks like. So it was an amazing journey. It was an amazing month, and I'm so glad that you guys participated and allowed me to bring that to you. And I wanted to say, if you didn't check out the blog post that I wrote of how to give yourself a shout out, go to our website, imlovingme.net, click on blog, and you should see it there. If you're not a part of the community already and you just visit us on Facebook and Instagram, I would just encourage you guys to please go to imlovingme.net and just sign up to get on our email list, because that's where we post all of our events and everything that we have going on. So thank you for that. Now that we got that out the way, one of the things that I wanted to do to set this all up is to give a big shout out to Trayvon Martin's mom, Miss Sabrina Fulton, excuse me. This is the 10-year anniversary of the death of Trayvon Martin. You see, I got my hoodie on, right? And I'll have my hoodie on all day because I think it's important to recognize, you know, um, those women who are still in grief and do uh, have things that they go through, especially at the death of a child. So Sabrina Fulton said this was her first time coming out on the 26th to actually celebrate her son. She usually don't come out. She don't do anything. She's usually in grief, but it was just this year on the 10-year anniversary that she decided to step out and come out and just thank everybody for the love and the support. And that really touched me because, as we all know, grief comes in different ways, right? And the way that she had to grieve the death of her son in front of everyone and the world, and to know that the man who did it wasn't convicted, that is a strong thing and a lot to take, right? So I always look at her and the things that are going on, and I just say to myself, you never know what another person is going through, and you never know how bad another person have it. But the great thing is that anything that is going on with you in your life, you have the opportunity to change it, right? The experiences that you have and the things that you are going through right now, you have the opportunity to go through it and to change it. So that's why I made this topic today about vow to yourself right now to stop disappointing you, right? Vow to yourself to stop disappointing you. We work so hard to make sure we are good friends to other people, that we follow through on our job, that we follow through on the things that other people expect us to do. But we will go ahead and sit right there and disappoint ourselves, right? We would tell ourselves that we're going to do something and then we don't do it. We tell ourselves that we're going to be better at such and such and then we don't do it. We tell ourselves that we're going to finally leave that relationship and be who we are. And then all of a sudden we find ourselves going back. And then we make up stories and tell ourselves the reason why we're doing it. We in love. We can't help ourselves. We are trying to find strength. We're too weak, right? But then when it's not us and we put somebody else first before ourselves, oh, we run ourselves ragged to make sure that they have what they need to have, and that we do whatever we can to keep their spirits up and to do all that stuff. We can't do that no more, ladies. We can't do that no more. Because what you telling yourself is that you're not important, right? What you telling yourself is whatever is going on the outside, that person or whatever, they are more important than you. I will say it time and time again. How can you love someone if you don't love yourself first? How can you give someone the best of you when you can't even give it to yourself? What you are doing is you telling yourself, if I give, if I do all of these things, then the person will love me and then I will love myself more. And it just doesn't work that way. Stop setting yourself up to be disappointed by yourself. I go through this every week with me. I sit up there and I say to myself, I say, Gloria, you're going to make sure you get your routine together. You're going to get your weight in order. You're going to go to the gym. You're going to do all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, the time comes and I'm sitting up there like, ugh, I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like doing it. I don't have time to do it. I can't do this. I can't do that. And then when I'm sitting in the doctor's office and the doctor's saying all the things that I said to myself, I'm like, damn, Glow, why can't you just get yourself together? Why can't you just do what you say you're going to do and stop disappointing yourself? And the reason why is because we got so many habits that are so ingrained in us that any kind of change, it's painful. We love the idea of feeling comfortable. We feel like we have to satisfy our urges. We feel like we can't live without these people because our lives are not the same. Knowing that the person that you saying that you can't live without and who keeps disappointing you is still doing the same thing, making you feel like shit the same way, making you question yourself all the time. And then you still sit up there and you say to yourself, but I gotta help this person. But I gotta be with this person. And then you ask yourself why. When you disappoint yourself and you lower the standards for yourself, then it's easy for someone else to do the same thing. When you disappoint yourself and you lower the standards for yourself, it is easy for someone to come in and tell you what to do, how to live, how you should be, what they want from you. And it is easy for them to get it because you don't give a shit about how you feel about you because you've been disappointing you for the longest. See, there's no fear of loss disappointing yourself, but you will run yourself ragged disappointing someone else, making sure you don't disappoint someone else because you want them to stick around. You want them to stay. You want them to see that you're a good person. You want them to see that you are loving. You want to prove that you are this person that they should be with. Why do we work so hard at getting other people to like us and we don't even like ourselves? Why do we do that? Part of it is because we were taught to do that. We were taught to sacrifice for others. We were taught to put ourselves last. We were taught all of this stuff. And then we rationalize in our head, oh man, I ain't do that for myself. I ain't go back to school. I ain't finish that book. I ain't do this, I ain't do that, but that's cool. I had to put that aside because I had to make sure the kids were straight. I had to go ahead and do that because I wanted to make sure that the family was okay, my husband was okay, the job got crazy. And guess what happens to your life? Nothing. Guess what happens to that situation that you said that you was trying to get out of? It gets bigger. Guess what happens to your mind? You start to get unstable. Why? Because you didn't do what you said you was going to do. You had the feeling this whole time. And disappointing yourself makes you depressed if you haven't noticed it. Because you always walking around like, why the hell do I keep doing this? Why the hell am I back here? Why the hell do I keep getting myself into these situations? How come I can't be this person? Why can't I be strong? You doing all this complaining. And it just keep bringing you down and bringing you down and bringing you down and bringing you down. Right? The way you stop disappointing yourself is to decide that you are going to come first. That's it. That's it. Do you know how easy it is for another person who you are around to choose themselves over you? Very easy. I want you to try it with your friends, right? You go out with your friends or you're hanging around and y'all talking or whatever it is, right? And you ask your friend to do something that you know is a little bit out of their comfort zone. Ask them to go ahead and, you know, uh, get something that is uncomfortable for them. I don't know, make up something. First, watch how they look at you. The second thing is notice the answer you get, right? So you say, "Oh, girl, come with me. Come with me to such and such house because I don't want to go by myself. I know you got somebody coming over, but I really need my friend right now." Do you think they're going to disappoint the person that themselves and go ahead and break their plans for you? I don't think so. Try it and see. They're gonna be like, "Girl, I gotta do such and such coming over." Well, forget that. Put that down and just come. Uh-uh. They're not gonna not follow through on what they say they're gonna do for themselves. They're not gonna sit up here and disappoint themselves for you. Nope. You going batshit crazy trying to make sure everybody likes you when you don't like yourself. You going batshit crazy making sure that you don't disappoint anyone because you want them to like you at your own expense. And you saying, no, Gloria, I mean, it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes you just gotta, like sacrifice and be a friend, right? Like, I mean, a friend is someone who, helps out and is there when you need it. And I hear all of that. And part of that is true. But again, how can you be good to someone else when you're not good to yourself? You can't, right? You can't. I can't give you the best of me if I don't know how to love myself. I can't give you the best of me if I don't even know what love is. And that's a good question to ask. Do you know what love is? Not the thing, I don't know if it's in the Bible or not. I don't know. The love is patient, love is kind, love is this, love is that. That's somebody else's idea of what love is. Do you know what love is? And if you don't, then what you giving to somebody? What do you think you're giving to somebody? Because if you don't, you're not giving anything to yourself. So you can't be possibly giving the love to somebody else because you don't even know what it is. All of the habits that you have right now, if they are focused on pleasing other people, if they are focused on not putting yourself first, if they are focused on everything that is out there, I just need you to turn that inside. You can lose the weight. Stop telling yourself you can't and disappointing yourself every time. You just don't want to change. I know the food tastes good. I got the problem too. You can get that job. You can start that business. You don't have to keep dumbing yourself down and telling yourself you can't. You don't have to do that. You don't have to continue to keep telling yourself if you was in a better position, you would. You don't have to keep doing that. You don't have to keep making excuses as to why you're not where you want to be, as to why you're not in a relationship, as to why you're not doing what you want to do. Stop telling yourself it's someone else's fault because it's not. It's not. Stop telling yourself if you ain't have all these kids, if you didn't have all these responsibilities, if you didn't have all this, you would be in a better position because that's not the answer. The real answer is when you stop disappointing yourself and you choose you, things will get better. Not overnight, not a couple of months from now, maybe a couple of years from now, but it will get better. But how would you know that? How would you know if things is going to get better or not if you keep disappointing yourself? Right? How do you know how things are going to turn out if you keep sitting there disappointing not only yourself, but also being down on yourself? would you know? Every time you make a promise to yourself, think about it. How many times have you made a promise to yourself and you've broken it? Plenty of times. I know me. Plenty of times. Y'all, I do it every week. I do it every week. I say to myself, oh God, I'm going fast this week because I done ate a lot. And the next thing I know, 11 o'clock, I got a whole cheeseburger. I got a whole this and whole that. And I'm saying to myself, Gloria, you got to do better. My habits stink. I know that. Am I working on it? Yes, I am. Is it taking a long time? Yes, it is. Because I've been doing the same thing for so long, it's just not going to click. But what I know is I don't want to continue to disappoint myself because it puts me in a state where I don't feel good about myself. It puts me in a state where I eat more. It puts me in a state where it starts to affect my body. I get anxiety. I do all these things. People say, check this out. People say, Gloria, you smell so good, right? Because what I do is for my anxiety, I wear um oil. You know the oil so that you can smell or whatever. I wear that instead of taking anxiety pills and all that stuff. The smell calms me down, right? Essential oil. So I wear essential oil every day so that I can smell and the smell calms me down. So I have the what is it? The lemon balm. I have all these different things that I wear, right? And then I have my little thing in here to kind of keep everything cool, right? Because if I sit and think about all the things that I'm not doing, I will put myself in a position where I'm not liking myself, I'm hating who I am, and it's going to just take me down this rabbit hole of all the stuff that I think is wrong with me. Because that's how it feels when you disappoint yourself. That's how it feels. The only thing we have to continuously tell ourselves, and I say us because I'm there, every day is progress. Every day I get up is a blessing. And every day where I can get up and I have the activity of all of my limbs, I have the opportunity to choose me in the different situations that I'm going to face today, with the different experiences that I'm going to have today. And I'm not going to disappoint myself or dumb myself down for anybody. I can't do that no more. I can't do it. I can't be happy for everybody else and I'm dying inside. I can't do that anymore. I can't hold space for you right now because I got to be able to hold space for myself. I can't disappoint me anymore because the more I disappoint myself, the more I'm losing myself. I got goals, I got hopes, I got dreams, I got all these things that I want to do. And I'm fighting with this every day to move towards it. I this right here is making me go crazy already because I'm trying to break through the habits that I had for so many years. I can't continue to disappoint myself. I'm going to take that damn trip. I'm not going to put my summer trip aside anymore. because every time the kids need something and I gotta work, or I always feel like I don't have enough money. Come on, y'all. You wanted to go to Vegas. You wanted to have a party somewhere else for your birthday. You wanted to do something for you, and you've been disappointing yourself for years. Telling yourself every time it comes around, something always happen and I can't go. Book that shit and keep it. I've been going around and around trying to get myself together and get stuff together. Put it down and leave it there and go do it. Stop disappointing yourself. When you start to make that little bit of progress, you'll see these people, they will live. You will find the money. They will call you selfish, but who cares? We've been planning a girls' trip for I don't know how many years, right? Me and my friends. We've been planning a girls' trip, I don't know how many years. There's always something that comes up. It could be me, it could be someone else, it could be anything. And it's like, you know what? This year I'm going. I'm going on a trip. I'm doing something. Because, y'all, I don't do anything outside of my area. And I noticed that about myself. Y'all never see me on a plane unless I'm working. You never see me on a beach anywhere. Y'all never see me post anything like that because I don't go anywhere. I work. I have a good time in my area and in my city. But I said to myself, Gloria, you're going to stop disappointing yourself and you're going to go out and you're going to see the world. How are you telling yourself that you want to change it and you haven't even seen it? Right? Because in my head, y'all, I need to take someone with me. I can't go by myself. I don't want to be able to be somewhere and I get snatched up, or I don't know the language, or they take me somewhere. I got all those things going on in my head. So I come up with excuses as to why I don't do it. And what is happening? Life is just passing by. I'm telling you, you should go out there and be your best self. And here I am sitting, right? We can't do this no more, right? We can't do it anymore. That's why I said I'm making it a priority this year. I want to do trips with you guys. We go places, we hang out, we enjoy ourselves, our sisterhood, we grow, we heal. And I want to do things on my own. I want to go across the country. I want to keep my weight in order. I want to be able to have my mark in the world. I don't have any kids. So I'm saying to myself, there's not a responsibility that I have as to why I'm not doing what I said I was going to do. What's holding me back is me. Just book the trip. Oh, I don't have enough time. I got to make sure everything is in order and right. It'll never be in order. It will never be right. You'll never have the time. You just got to do it. That's what I realized, right? That's exactly what I realized. That relationship is not going to get better until you stop disappointing yourself by allowing that person to have more control over you than you have over yourself. If you love that person more than you love yourself, you're doing it wrong. If you're afraid that that person is going to leave you and you can't live without that person, you're doing it wrong. Stop disappointing you and then telling yourself a story that it is okay because you could do it next time. There's always next year. No, it's not. Not the way this world is going. No, it ain't. My grandmother say we could be here today and gone tomorrow, which is true. So when we stop doing that and realizing how much life is so precious, we'll make better decisions. We'll go ahead and choose what we want to do and we'll make it work. I'm trying to tell you, do this for me, all of you guys who are on, and let me know. When you going out, when you going through the day, when you going through the day, and something that you realize where you have to make a decision if it's going to be you or them, right? Choose you and see what happens. It could be something as small as making yourself a pot of coffee, right? Whatever it is. When you go to work or you go throughout your day and you are faced with a situation where you have to choose you or sacrifice yourself for the other person, co-worker, whoever, choose and see what happens. And when the guilt comes over you because you believe that you were being selfish, sit with the guilt and say to yourself, whew, well, this is what it feels like to not disappoint myself and choose myself. I feel guilty, but I sure do feel free. I feel bad that I did what I did, but I sure do feel good that I chose me and do it again and do it again. And let me know how it goes. I'm trying to tell you, y'all. Y'all think this is airy fairy, but it's not. You're going to come up against it today, and I want you to not disappoint yourself. I want you to choose you. It's going to be little subtle things. I'm trying to tell you. Your manager asks you to do something and it's totally voluntary. And when your mind immediately goes out there and says, if I don't do it, I don't want to be this and do that, say no and see what happens. Okay? I love y'all. I got to go. Tonight, we having an interview, our last Black History Month interview with an amazing lady. And we're going to talk about what Black history means to us. If you can, go on Miss Sabrina Fulton's page. It's been 10 years since Trayvon Martin. If you can, go ahead and wear a hoodie. Um, Remember that child, he lost his life uh, to something that was super crazy. But God is always able. God is always able. Right? And that's why I tell you, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Be thankful that you're here. Be thankful you have your kids. Be thankful for the life that you have. Stop disappointing yourself because everybody doesn't have the same opportunity as you. Right? Stay in peace. Stay in peace and choose you. And watch the world conform to what it is that you want. Because that's what it was designed to do. Okay? I love y'all. I'm out. I see y'all later tonight if y'all come on. All right.